I ain't doing no Indian jokes. So you can sit across from me and look at my balls. I'll sit down, nigga. I thought he was going to attack Cat. That nigga. It's called Shay Shay.
Shannon Sharpe's former stylist has just released a shocking audio recording, and it's making waves. This isn't just a minor leak. It's got people buzzing and questioning what Shannon might root was already damaging Shannon's reputation. This new recording could make things a lot worse. Shannon's been in the spotlight lately because of a messy legal situation, but now his ex-stylist is speaking out, and he's not holding back. He claims there's much more going on behind the scenes and says it's all tied to a strange Hollywood power play meant to embarrass people. And he's not just talking, he's bringing evidence, and his accusations could seriously harm Shannon's image. Even more explosive? He says Shannon tried to silence him to keep everything quiet. That's raised big questions. Did Shannon really try to cover this up? What else could be going on? The stylist, Russell Hollywood Simpson, used to work closely with Shannon, and fans quickly noticed the strong connection between them. Some even speculated they might have been more than just colleagues. That's when talk started that Shannon might be quietly coming out, especially since Russell was always by his side. Now, celebrities hanging out with their stylists isn't unusual, but here's the twist. Russell previously dated ex-NFL player Kerry Rhodes. So when people saw him spending time with Shannon, they started connecting the dots fast. Shannon wasn't happy about the rumors, but they've been circulating for years. Some say it's been obvious all along, and now this new drama is adding fuel to the fire. Social media lit up with comments, jokes, and speculation, including a moment when comedian Mike Epps threw shade, hinting at Shannon's possible private life.
Obviously, I'm embarrassed. Someone that is extremely private, and to have one of your most intimate details, the audio heard for the entire world to hear. I'm embarrassed for a number of reasons. People count on Shannon, Shay Shay Media, Club Shay Shay Nightcap, ESPN. There are a lot of people that count on Shannon to be professional at all times, and I always try to be professional at all times. Even when I'm behind closed doors, I still try to remain a level of professional, although I'm in the privacy of my own home. And
Russell says Shannon invited him to appear on Club Shay Shay, but he turned it down. Why? Because by then, all the gossip and rumors surrounding Shannon had gotten out of hand. Russell said, "No thanks, not with all that media mess." Hiring Russell had already stirred up talk, so instead of keeping things low-key, Shannon switched things up and let him go. But it didn't end there. Rather than parting ways respectfully, Shannon tried to downplay Russell's role, acting like he barely contributed to his style. Then, out of nowhere, Shannon brought back his former stylist, Shelley Davis, and suddenly she was being praised as the genius behind his new look. Shannon even went online hyping her up, calling her the visionary behind everything. But fans weren't buying it. To many, it looked like a calculated move to quiet the speculation and clean up his public image. Naturally, Russell didn't take it lightly. Shannon might have thought firing him would end the chatter, but it did the opposite. Russell didn't clap back right away, though. He started slowly, posting behind-the-scenes photos and clips, subtle hints showing he was the one responsible for Shannon's style. Then he stepped it up, sharing a video on Instagram with the caption, "You straight killing the game." What made this all more complicated is that Shannon had praised Russell publicly and privately for a long time. But once the rumors started spreading, he tried to erase that history to protect his image. And just when things couldn't get any messier, boom, it did. In September 2024, Shannon accidentally went live on Instagram and streamed what sounded like a very private, very intimate moment. The audio left little to the imagination. No faces were shown, but the vibe was clear. The live stream was quickly deleted, but not before people recorded it and the comments blew up. Shannon's response? He jumped on Instagram claiming his account had been hacked, saying, "Beware, my Instagram was hacked this morning. My team and I are working hard to figure this out. Unk."
I'm very disappointed in myself, not for the act. I think there are millions and billions of people of consenting age that engage in activities, but to have your most intimate detail on the audio to be heard, I'm disappointed in myself. I let a lot of people down. My kids, I reached out to them. I called my sister. My friends, obviously my friends reached out. But guys, this was not staged. Came in, I threw my phone on the bed, gazed in an activity. I did not know IG Live. I've never been on IG Live. I've never turned IG Live on. So I don't know how it works. And so all of a sudden my other phone is going off and people are calling me FaceTime that I've never talked to a day in my life on FaceTime. And it didn't, I'm like, why are y'all calling me FaceTime?
Let's be real. When Shannon blamed a hack for that late-night Instagram live stream, hardly anyone believed him. The internet wasn't buying it. After a bit of pushback, he deleted the post. Then on his nightcap show, he finally came clean. Shannon admitted the whole thing was a total accident. He said he tossed his phone on the bed without realizing it had gone live, right before a very personal moment was about to happen. Instead of staying private, the audio streamed to the world. Shannon also made a point to say it wasn't some planned publicity stunt, just a slip-up, plain and simple. But let's be honest, most people weren't convinced. Going live on Instagram takes several steps. You don't just accidentally go live like that. Fans were quick to question the logic, and the story didn't really add up.
And after a while, Jamie Fritz, who's been my longtime marketing guy, he finally got through to me and he says, Shannon, you on IG Live? I'm like, doing what? You know, I'm like, what am I on IG Live for? I ain't hit no IG Live button. He says, they can hear. I'm like, so now, Ocho, you know, I say ask for patience. He said they can hear. And now I'm starting to get agitated.
It all started when someone had leaked some pictures of he and I out. And he said to the tabloid that he was not gay. Now, my thing is this. If you don't want people to know your business, then you just don't speak on it. Now, you're not going to make me look like a damn fool. I don't care who you are. I don't care how big of a star you are. You're not about to make me look like a fool.
It didn't take long for new theories to pop up. Some people started thinking maybe Shannon did go live on purpose, either to shift attention away from the rumors about his sexuality or to distract from something even bigger brewing behind the scenes. And then there was the audio itself. People noticed his voice didn't sound quite right. Some thought he was putting on an act. The line, "Ooh, Michelle," had everyone confused. The whole thing just felt off. And the way Shannon handled the aftermath only added to the suspicion. If it was really just an honest mistake, why turn it into such a dramatic cleanup? Then came the mystery of Michelle, a name that seemed to come out of nowhere. Shannon claimed his assistant Jordan ended the live stream, but that only raised more questions. Like, if his assistant could shut it down, could he have started it too? It just made the story look even shakier. That's when Russell jumped back in, and he wasn't being subtle anymore. He started posting cryptic messages on Instagram, clearly aimed at Shannon. One post read, "I love my private life, but you may see a little bit. You won't see much, I'll tell you that. The hardest thing I ever had to do was shut the funnin' up." But Russell didn't stay vague for long. He came out and said it. Going live by accident? Nearly impossible. You have to open the app, swipe, hit buttons. No way that just happens. It was obvious Russell had more to say. He dropped teasers like, "So much I want to say, but nah. And I'll wait till the right time." Keeping followers glued to his page. Then he hit with a heavier line. "I know how Shannon operates, and I wouldn't put it past him to plan something like this." That got people talking, especially since Russell was the same person who once exposed NFL player Kerry Rhodes for allegedly hiding his sexuality. So when he starts dropping hints, people pay attention. Still, Russell never told the full story. Some fans think Shannon may have stepped in behind the scenes to shut him down. After the public smearing didn't work, rumors say Shannon changed tactics, quietly monitoring Russell, worried he might spill something big.
And his hospitalization was due to Diddy. There are stories of him getting beat up and getting put, but I know he was on a movie set, but something from an altercation or something from drug related that was given to him.
He will pull up and get wild with you by himself. Like, he's not soft. So that's the whole thing with him. Like, you know.
He'll pull up and take something, like,
bro, he'll pull up and, bro, he slapped Drake.
He did, and everyone looked over that.
Word is, Russell was offered a chance to join a Bravo reality show, but that opportunity vanished fast. According to Media Takeout, Russell's team told Tasha K that Shannon may have played a major role in getting the deal shut down, and Russell's not staying silent. He threw some shade on Instagram, hinting that while he was around, he was the one keeping Shannon's chaos under control. His post read, "See, when I was around, you never heard a single word. I had everything so organized. It had people wondering, was Russell just a stylist or was he playing fixer too? But that's not even the wildest part. Russell's drama seems to have opened the floodgates, because now Shannon's former bodyguard, who goes by Saka Zumba, is stepping into the spotlight, and he's making serious claims. Saka says Shannon was a regular at Diddy's notorious freak-off parties, and that's allegedly where he met his current partner. The twist? No one knows if that's the same Jane Doe who's suing Shannon for $50 million, or someone else he started seeing after that fell apart. Either way, the situation is messy. Saka also claims to have footage that shows Shannon attending one of Diddy's infamous parties. You know, the ones that have had the internet buzzing for years. And he didn't stop there. Saka dropped another bomb, alleging that Shannon might be bisexual, or worse, involved in seriously questionable behavior at those events. His most explosive claim? That Shannon was allegedly involved with a girl who was underage at the time. Then came a tweet that really lit up social media. Someone posted, FNDA that Ninja Shannon met his 304 at a Diddy party when she was 17. Watch Cat back and you'll understand.
I found out I was Diddy's neighbor on the third day. I swear to you, I didn't even know Diddy was right there. I literally, somebody, my barber came in, he's like, you know you right next to Diddy, right? Or like, it had somebody dropped it in my Reddit of the view of the helicopter, and then right over it, it was Diddy's house. Like, he got a slide in the back and all type of shit.
For anyone wondering, 304 is a slang term with adult connotations, and that mention of Cat Williams, that got people's attention. Cat's already dropped hints about the darker side of Hollywood, so the internet went into overdrive trying to connect the dots. But before that tweet could gain steam, it was deleted. Still, screenshots had already spread, and the tweet went viral almost instantly. It was too specific, too detailed, and came at a suspicious time. Especially because right after that, Shannon suddenly announced he was stepping away from ESPN until the NFL preseason. That made people pause. Was this really just about football? Or was there something bigger going on? And let's not pretend this is totally new. For years, former celebrity bodyguards have been speaking out about what really happens at high-profile Hollywood parties, especially the ones thrown by Diddy. These guards see everything. Another former security guy, Big Homie CC, who once worked for Jamie Foxx, even said he saw grown men running around naked at one of those gatherings. So when Saka Zumba started talking about Shannon being involved, people were shocked, but not surprised. Still, the most serious accusation, the alleged hookup with a 17-year-old, is what really hit a nerve. It's important to remember, Shannon has always denied any involvement. In an old interview with Kai Cenat, he joked, I ain't even famous enough to get invited to something like that. Now people are wondering if that was just a clever way of dodging the truth.
Wow. It's crazy, yeah. It was just the most random.
So it might have been some parties at your house.
Oh my God. You ever was at a Diddy party?
No,
Never?
I ain't never been invited. I ain't that big to get I mean, maybe if I was in the position that I'm in now, but back then, no. I don't get invited to no parties, bro. Plus, I'm a homebody.
Do you like partying or no?
Now that Shannon's former bodyguard is speaking out, the clean-cut image Shannon's tried to maintain is starting to crack. People online are digging up old clips, pulling receipts, and pointing out all the ways his past statements don't line up, and just when it felt like things couldn't get any more chaotic, a new theory started making the rounds, and it's catching fire. Some fans believe that everything going on might actually be part of a humiliation ritual. If you're not familiar with that term, it's basically a belief that some celebrities go through a major public scandal or get exposed in a big way as part of a behind-the-scenes industry practice. The idea is that the embarrassment breaks them down publicly, but then they come back bigger than ever, landing major deals and making more money than ever before. And when you look at Shannon's recent timeline, people are starting to wonder if there might be something to it.
Nah, yeah. I feel
I just like to be to myself, man.
I feel that.
You know.
I feel that.
They see me, I'm in the airport, or I'm going point A to point. Normally, mainly when people see me, I'm in the airport, I'm at the gym.
Shannon's name has been everywhere lately, and not just because of controversy. Rumors are swirling that he's in talks to score a massive $100 million deal for his Club Shay Shay podcast. That's more than he ever made in his entire NFL career. But right when that news started gaining traction, a serious lawsuit hit the headlines. A woman came forward accusing Shannon of abuse, saying their relationship, once consensual, turned toxic. According to the lawsuit, she claims Shannon manipulated her, controlled her actions, and assaulted her on 2 separate occasions in late 2024 and early 2025. She says it happened even after she told him to stop, through tears and screams. She also alleges that Shannon recorded intimate moments without her full consent and later shared those private videos with his friends, even though she believed they were meant to be kept private. Shannon, for his part, strongly denies all of it. He released a public statement calling the lawsuit a blatant and cynical money grab. His legal team says the woman is trying to extort him by using a secretly recorded video that shows a consensual moment. One, they say, was edited and taken completely out of context.
Yeah.
That's the extent.
Oh, you getting freaky.
Huh? There you go. Hey, Kai,
Give me some more.
It's too soon, Kai. Kai, I need a year. September 11, 2025.
Hey, you a freak ass. Hey, this nigga, hey, Shannon, no, I'm on you now, bro. And you was going crazy, bro.
Oh, come on,
no, bro, I ain't gonna lie, you know how scary that is?
Shannon's legal team is pushing back hard against the claims, saying the so-called evidence is nothing more than a heavily edited video pulled from a consensual relationship, one that allegedly included role-playing, adult conversations, and fantasy scenarios that the woman, Miss Zuniga, had specifically asked for. They claim she secretly recorded one of their encounters and cut the footage in a way that completely removed the context, including messages exchanged beforehand. According to Shannon's lawyers, the video doesn't tell the full story and was edited to make him look guilty. They insist it's misleading and was used in an attempt to blackmail him. Shannon has outright denied all the allegations, especially the serious charge of assault. He called it a blatant lie and says he's not backing down. From his side, this is a case of blackmail, and he's ready to fight it in court. He's standing firm, saying he's confident the facts and the legal process will clear his name. Now, with this lawsuit hanging over his head and a potential $100 million podcast deal on the table, some fans are leaning even harder into that humiliation ritual theory. They're saying all this chaos might actually be part of a bigger strategy, and that Shannon could be playing the long game for an even bigger payday.